everybody. My name is Puppetine from Comic Book Puppets, here today on Comic Book Puppets. Today for what? Spider-Man. Yes, and in this issue, the Lizard. Now, let's see his startling origin. Well, after we meet the cast. Let me go ahead and get him up here.
People. No.
Well, only one person.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And the man I am speaking to right below me, as you can see, Zach at Night. Zach! He is here once again, still the survivor of a hurricane.
That's right. I'm go out there, kick it a couple times every night, keep it down, so it doesn't come back and throw out the power.
Can you go to Texas? I hear they need you too.
I might be considering that. That would be, yeah. We're actually getting some of the rain from Texas, actually.
Oh no!
So,
yeah. Well, it's too late for you then. Sorry.
When it rains, it pours.
To my side, that leading lady and our narrator for the evening, Miranya.
Hello, everyone.
And in the darkness, deep in the corner, who else but that loyal amphibian that you all know, some of you love, Froggy.
Yes, this is me. I am the lizard.
Maybe I should have considered giving that role to him. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this book.
Crunchy little Puppetines.
Ugh.
Actually, I don't mind that too much. I think it sounds pretty cool.
No, it actually does sound really good.
It does work.
Yes.
And of course, because I am running the stream right now, I'm going.
He's gonna turn his camera up so you don't stare at his ugly mug.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh,
it's true though.
Nice.
I didn't say it wasn't true, but it's mean.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I felt that for you.
What?
Oh.
What?
Anyway,
what happened? I have no idea what happened here. Mass chaos.
Enough insulting the puppet. Let's go ahead and get into this book, and I will pass it off to our narrator for the evening.
Half man, half reptile, the Lizard will take over all of Earth unless Spider-Man alone can stop him. The Marvel Age of Comics is here. Yay.
Face to face with the Lizard.
Yes. It is common knowledge that Spider-Man is the most successful new superhero since the Fantastic Four. This, the latest and possibly the greatest of all his adventures, will show you why the mysterious fast teenager has become America's super sensation. Written by Stan Lee, drawn by Steve Ditko, lettered by Art Simic.
All three are dead.
Oh, that's a 21-page Spider-Man super epic. 21 pages. Wow.
21 pages was considered a super epic.
Yeah, another proud production of the Mighty Marvel Comics Group.
This comic is now raised to $3.
Yes. A superhero is nothing without a supervillain, and our latest supervillain appears without warning in the murky swamps of Florida's Everglades. Ooh, Froggy's country.
It's Florida Man.
Yeah, this is the first encounter between mankind and the Lizard.
Be gone! This swamp is mine.
What is that?
A giant lizard, but it talks.
It walks like a man.
Walk like a man.
Whatever it is, it's attacking us. But, oh, look, bullets don't stop it.
You dare defy the lizard? Yeah, you pay for that folly.
He snapped that huge tree as if it was cardboard. Run! We got to get away from here. I'm going to Dairy Queen.
You do that, you queen. You slay. Flee, puny humans. Swamp is mine. Here the lizard reigns supreme.
Boy, he didn't have to tell me twice.
Get to the chopper.
Like wildfire, the reports of the human lizard spread throughout. Okay, that I don't like how they do this throughout. Cause it should be
Oh, that is weird.
Well, they
Yeah.
did that. They did that because they have to save space because of lettering. They abbreviate a lot.
They can
Just
only
like
afford
how
so
a
many.
drive-through is also spelled THRU.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But they do that because of saving space because they put so many words in these panels, so they have to.
Bendis, I
abbreviate.
salute you.
No, this is good. This is good verbosity throughout the Everglades.
I'll never know because you'll never tell me.
Throughout the Everglades, the state, and the entire nation.
Thank you.
This sea it walks and talks like a man.
It has the strength of a dozen bulldozers.
Bullets can't harm it. What is it? Who is it?
You want to take one, Froggy?
Nobody can ever track down. Nobody would dare invade its stark domain.
I keep thinking of Quinn from Jaws. He said it that
He
way.
He's doing Quinn, yes. Okay. Even as far north as New York, the name of the lizard is on everyone's lips.
Extra, extra, read all about the lizard. Extra, extra.
Well, I'd like a paper too, but I'll get it my own way.
Wow.
Hee hee hee.
Oh wait, he does put money down. Looks like because there's two.
Oh yeah, look at that little 50 cents right there.
Yeah, he does put money down. So
He's dropping a rock.
What's this? What's this? Why are these coins covered in white web stuff? Oh no!
Ew, ew.
This guy works under a bridge.
Hey, don't talk about people who work under bridges like that.
Yeah, they're trolls. Don't feed them.
Anyway, and so quietly, secretly, America's most mysterious superhero learns about the nation's newest menace for the first time.
What kind of cornball gag is this? Every publicity mad nut and his brother is gonna try to challenge me to something or other.
On the Daily Bugle, extra. The Bugle challenges Spider-Man to defeat the lizard.
Well, I'll change to Peter Parker and go see Mr. Jameson. Maybe he'll send me to Florida to snap some photos of that lizard character.
You can't. There's bodies laying in the streets everywhere.
Yeah. A few minutes later, at the office of the Daily Bugle,
You're out of your mind, Parker. I just printed that challenge headline to sell papers. The lizard is probably just a phony anyway. I'm not paying you to waste time.
But if Spider-Man does fight him, think what a scoop we could get. Ah?
Don't make me laugh. If there really is a giant lizard down south, Spider-Man will never tackle him. He'd rather stay here fighting two-bit hoods and making a rep for himself.
I should have known the old hatchet face would turn me down.
too bad, Peter. I think he should have sent you to cover the lizard story. It might be a real scoop.
Ah, thanks, Betty. I sure wish you were the publisher instead of just being his secretary.
Next day at the Natural History Museum.
I figure it wouldn't hurt me to learn all I can about lizards, just in case. May as well start with the biggest ones, the dinosaurs.
You want to take your role of the bully, Froggy?
Hey, Liz, wouldn't you know we'd find Bookworm Parker here?
Hush, Flash. I want to hear the lecture.
If their intelligence had matched their size, they might still rule the earth today. Their hides were so thick that if they lived today, no gun smaller than a cannon could injure them.
My spider sense is tingling. Those two men coming in, it's due to them.
No one saw us take the idol's ruby. Now let's scram. They lived in or out of water. They could crush a present-day tank.
They've stolen something. I can sense it. I have to follow them.
I don't like the way that kid's looking at us, Paul.
Me neither. Come on.
Oh, he's harmless. He's going in the other room, see?
Yeah, looking for him. If he came closer, let him have it.
I'll duck in here and change to Spider-Man. Da-la-la-la. There's not much more I can learn about dinosaurs, and this is a lot more fun.
There's a lot you can learn about dinosaurs, Spider-Man. How dare you?
Yeah, I was about to say, watch your mouth. Uh-oh. What's the commotion out there? It's the guard. He's chasing those two. He saw them steal something, but, oh, they pulled a gun. They seized one of the kids. It's Liz. I'm referring to her as a kid? What? She's my age.
Oh. Okay, so you saw us grab that ruby. But we're going to get out of here anyway, and we're taking this gal with us for protection.
Please, let them go. Don't try to stop them. They seem so desperate.
You two won't get away with this.
I'll say they won't. I see that Flash Thompson, Liz's loudmouth date, isn't doing her any good. But Bookworm Parker still has a few tricks up his little sleeves. Hold it, boys. You're missing one of the most interesting exhibits. Namely, me.
Oh,
It's Spider-Man.
What do we do now?
I'll answer that question. You hit my eager little fist with your big, strong chins. Like this.
Oof.
Spider-Man, you saved me from those two gunmen.
The pleasure was all mine, Blue Eyes.
Wait, Peter, is that you? I recognize your voice.
I'm just enough of a show-off to enjoy these little incidents, but I better cut out before someone wonders where Peter Parker is.
Minutes later,
Liz, come on. Step out of it. This is Flash. Don't you remember me?
Flash who? All I can remember are Spider-Man's strong arms around me.
Made it! And nobody missed me.
He saved me. He called me Blue Eyes. I'll never forget him.
Nuts. Competition like you can handle Parker. But what do I do about Spider-Man?
Just one thing to do, pal. Worry.
At that moment, a boy passes by listening to the news on his transistor portable radio.
The nation wonders why Spider-Man has avoided going after the lizard.
That settles it. I've got to find a way to get Jameson to send me to Florida.
And so, not long after...
Who's that?
Well, it's not Fats Domino. Hands off your intercom, Jonah, old chum. Let's keep this nice and private.
A web?
Sure, we'll call it that.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Gotta get out. Get help.
Hold it, Smiley. Where's your hospitality? Jameson, you've been writing editorials against me, talking on radio and TV against me. You know something? I'm beginning to think you don't like me.
Yeah. Let me down, Spider-Man!
What's the rush? I have a news item for you. I'm going to accept the Lizard's challenge. So, if you want to see what I can really do, you'd better send a photographer to Florida to cover the story. As for my web, it'll loosen in a minute, and then you'll come down. Boy, will you come down.
Unfortunately, now it takes an hour.
It takes an hour now. He's made his webs stronger. Anyway, that does it. Now I have to hope he's convinced enough to send Pete Parker to Florida, because I haven't got enough money to get there by myself. Some superhero I am. Too broke to buy a plane ticket to meet a new enemy.
That's right. You cheapskate.
Miss Brand, stop gaping and call Peter Parker! I want to see him here at once. But first, Put some soft cushions on the floor under me.
Yes, sir.
What are you waiting for?
Whoomp.
Never mind those cushions.
First time I've seen one of those in these books. Tis, tis, tis. Poor gentle Jonah.
Exactly 5 minutes later. Peter, where have you been? Mr. Jameson has been looking everywhere for you.
It's been 5 minutes. It's New York City. No wonder he didn't find me. I haven't been everywhere. You know, Betty, I've been wanting to ask you something.
Yes, Peter?
Parker! Get in here!
To be continued.
I've decided to send you to Florida after all, to try to get some pictures of that lizard fella. And Spider-Man, if he shows up.
Well, gee, that's great. When do I start?
Start packing now. We're leaving as soon as possible.
What? We're leaving?
That's right. It's such a big story that I'm going with you. I'm not taking any chances of a slip-up. Besides, I could use a trip to Florida.
Ah, brother. If he tags along, how will I be able to keep switching from Pete Parker to Spider-Man? And I'll have to get permission from my Aunt May.
Hey, May, can I go to Florida with the older man?
Minutes later, at home. You want to go to Florida with that horrible lizard running loose down there? Oh, no, Peter, it's out of the question.
But Mr. Jameson is going with me.
You mean J. Jonah Jameson, the nice man you do part-time work for? Oh, in that case, I suppose it's all right. I know that he'll take good care of you. Don't say it.
He's like a big, fat guardian angel, Aunt May.
I'm blessed.
And so, the next day...
What are you lugging there, Parker?
Oh, a lot of clippings about the lizard and maps of the area where he's been seen.
Glad
Yeah,
to see that you're thinking ahead, Parker. You haven't sold me too many sensational pictures lately. You better not disappoint me this time.
Oh, perish forbid.
But, unnoticed by Jonah Jameson, the sharp-eyed Peter Parker scans a few other items.
Dr. Connors, the reptile expert, lives near the Everglades area. He might be of some help.
Finally, at the airport in Florida...
I'll go get some fresh film and equipment while you get settled in the hotel.
Well, make it snappy. Why didn't you think to buy that junk in New York instead of doing it here, on my time?
And, once out of sight of Jameson and the others...
Because then I wouldn't have a chance to change into Spider-Man. That's why. Da-da-da. The lizard area is blocked off by armed patrols.
Yeah, it says keep out.
I wonder what kind of blip I'd make on a radar screen.
But, although he is not detected by radar, Spider-Man is observed by someone far more dangerous, the eyes of the lizard.
Enemy coming. Must hide, then attack.
I don't like it. It's too quiet here. Unnaturally quiet. It's a creepy feeling.
Get used to it.
My spider sense is starting to tingle. I don't see anything.
I see you.
My foot! Ah! Something grabbed me from behind! Something powerful! I can't keep my balance!
You take bath now.
It's her! The lizard! Lizard or not, a glob of mud pushed in his face ought to slow him down a little. Whew. I'm out. Couldn't have held my breath for much longer. Uh-oh, he's out too. Still can't figure out who or what he really is.
Swamp Light is mine. I warned you, the world, but you dare invade my domain. So you are doomed.
Sure. Every time I turn around, I get doomed by someone else. Even a
Like
guy
la-
whose name was Doom.
Like last issue, yes.
He's fast. His tail almost got me that time. Strange. He doesn't seem to be wearing a disguise. That means that grotesque form is really him. Oh, that's unfortunate. I better knock some of the fight out of him. If I can just hang on to his tail. Suffering spider webs! He's a dozen times stronger than I thought. Boy, when I make some mistake, it's a beaut. Look out below! He threw me almost half a mile. Lucky these trees broke my fall. Say, that must be Dr. Connor's house. He's the reptile expert I wanted to see. I better warn him how near the lizard is. Oh gosh, that woman in there. She's crying. I'm snooping in on a stranger's personal issues. Don't see Dr. Connor around. Well, I've got to speak with the woman. Warn her of the lizard.
Spider-Man.
Don't be afraid. I am here to help you. I wanted to talk to your husband, ask his advice about reptiles, but there's no time now. You've got to leave. The lizard is nearby.
Leave? Oh, no, you don't understand.
What have you for dinner?
My husband, Dr. Curtis Connors, is the lizard.
What?
That's JFK.
Yeah, that's kind of look like JFK. You're right.
JFK was the lizard, confirmed.
No, she just likes. Remember, he had a lot of girlfriends.
Let me explain. My husband was a surgeon. He lost his right arm during the war. Ever since then, he has studied reptile life. He became one of the world's leading authorities on reptiles.
If a lower order of life, such as certain types of lizard, lose a leg or any base extremity, they often grow a new one. If only I could learn how it's done, apply the secret to humans, then we can mean it. We can learn about dual Magaya, stuff like that. A man might grow a new pair of legs or arms, perhaps even new eyes or a new heart. I've got to find a secret.
Oh, Curtis, if only you could. Curtis Connors was a good husband, a good father. His son Billy adored him, and so did I.
Daddy, what are you working on now?
Daddy's making meth.
Oh no.
We're Breaking Bad.
Walter White? No.
Something to make you proud of me, Billy. Something to help all mankind.
After months of experimentation,
The serum which I extracted from the experimental lizards worked. That rabbit grew a new leg within an hour.
What happened to the old leg?
I ate it. Now all that remains is for me to try it on a human. And what better subject there could be than myself?
Curtis, are you sure it's safe? Curtis! He drank the bubbling serum before I could stop him, and then...
My right shoulder, such a strange sensation. I feel like returning.
And then...
I done it. I grew me a new arm. Oh, Paul, this is the best thing I've ever seen. This is the greatest medical feat of all time. Woo-wee. Now to shoot some crap.
But the change didn't end there. No, the hand, the arm, all of Curtis Connors began to change until...
Well, this is going to make a little late night things act just weird. What has happened to me? What have I done?
Curtis,
I need lotion, woman.
What is it?
No, stay away. Don't look at me.
Trembling, sobbing like a man possessed, the creature who had been Curtis Connors raced out into the night. Curtis! He returned the next day. He tried to work on a new serum, one which would make him human again, but it was hopeless. His brain had been too dulled, too changed.
Cannot do it. Must give up.
And that was the end. He left a note saying goodbye. He was afraid to remain, afraid because of what he had become.
Take Billy. Leave. Never come back. Eat at Joe's.
Then, at that moment,
Mommy!
it's Billy. I thought he was taking his nap.
The cry came from outside. Perhaps my spider sense will lead me to him.
Meanwhile, not far away, the terrified boy races through the swamp, having seen a sight which seemed to be out of a nightmare.
I did not mean to frighten you.
Help!
Understanding?
Help!
Come back. White van over there.
That snake, I can't get away. Get out of its way in time.
Suddenly, a colorful, fast-moving figure swings down from above and...
Got you!
Oh, Spider-Man!
No one can take him from me.
Billy, stay up there and don't let go.
I'm falling.
Ow! His skin is hard, as dinosaur's armor. I almost broke my hand, and he hardly felt it.
Thud.
Boom, boom. I'll try to hold him with my web until... that's no good either. He snapped it with his tail as if it was made of paper.
Just then, a female voice cries out, and it strikes a hidden chord deep within the lizard's breast. Slowly he turns, and then silently slithers into the murky swamp. Billy, Billy, where are you? Minutes later, my husband, did you see him? Is he?
He's all right, for now, but he gets less human each minute.
Mommy, that man saved me. I know who you are. I saw pictures of you. You're Spider-Man!
I know somebody that says my name just like that. That's right, Billy. And I'm going to take you home safely now. I want to see your husband's notes, Mrs. Connors, before it's too late. That's a good thing I'm a science major in high school. So the kids make fun of me and call me a bookworm, do they? Well, this bookworm is going to find an antidote for the lizard.
Gosh, are you a scientist too, Spider-Man?
Hours later,
He makes man.
We'll soon find out if I'm a scientist or not. I'll drop a pellet of the compound I created into this test tube.
Well, I don't care now.
Well, if it hits the solution within, if it turns green, then I've succeeded in finding an antidote. Here goes.
You ask a question, hours later, the answer.
It changed color. I've done it. Once the lizard drinks this formula, he'll revert to his normal self again. But there is still one problem remaining. How am I going to get him to drink it?
Spider-Man,
Buy me
look.
dinner first. You are not. You are the only one who does not fear me. Once I destroy you, all mankind will tremble before the lizard.
Quick, take the test tube. Don't let it spill. I've got a reason with him.
You can't. He grows less human each minute. He doesn't even seem to know me now.
At last, I see fear in your eyes. For you know I have the power to rid the world of Spider-Man and New Jersey.
You can have New Jersey.
My skin is hard as armor, and my muscles are equally stronger by far than yours.
He's right. He's hurling that huge oak desk as if it was weightless. That's not oak. That's mahogany.
How helpless you are in face of my battering attack.
Don't know where to turn. His arms, his tail, all striking at once. So much strength. It's unbelievable. Oh!
Within a few savage seconds, the unequal battle is ended.
Now there is none to stop me. Now I am supreme. All I need to do is feed my serum to other lizards, crocodiles, alligators, and I'll build a mighty lizard army out of snow cones.
Steve Irwin will stop you.
Hey, please stop a
Crikey.
stingray.
But the lizard has made his first serious mistake, underestimated the strength and stamina of his super foe. Spider-Man, thank heaven you're still alive.
He knocked the wind out of me for a minute. He's stronger than I'd guessed.
It is not only his strength that was affected, but his brain. He plans to inject his serum in giant lizards, making him like he is, creating a savage, super powerful lizard army.
Do you realize how many lizards there are on Earth? Mankind won't stand a chance. He must be stopped, quickly, before he creates the first super lizard. Otherwise, they'll multiply too fast to ever be checked.
Here's the antidote, but how will you get him to drink it?
I don't know yet, but the first thing I have to do is track him down. Now! You and your son remain here. I don't think he'll return.
He is stronger than you, and he has become ruthless. Perhaps you should get help.
There isn't time for that. Whatever must be done by Spider-Man alone. I'll build myself some web swap shoes for my feet.
Don't they dissolve in a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think he has different types of webbing. I'm not sure.
Hopefully, because otherwise, not ready.
Don't hurt him, Spider-Man. He's still my daddy.
I don't want to be homeless. We need money.
The boy is right. Beneath the savage exterior of the lizard is a decent, talented man. But how can I defeat him and save myself without harming him? Luckily, his trail is still recent enough for my spider sense to track him, and I can keep these swamp snakes at bay as long as my web fluid holds out. I sense him more clearly than ever now. He must be inside that old abandoned Spanish fort.
In Florida?
Yes.
Actually,
And-
we got that, yes.
And now for the showdown. There he is, but am I too late?
The scene is so amazing, so fraught with drama, that Spider-Man takes a few fast pictures of it as he frantically tries to plan his next move.
He's surrounded by huge alligators, but they seem to be obedient to him.
Acknowledge them for our great moment, my pets. We shall be the first of Earth's rulers. And all humans will have no place to hide from us. For the lizards are part of the reptile family, which includes you snakes and all the crawling hordes. Think of the countless millions of reptiles in these Everglades alone. Once I spill my serum into the murky waters, nothing will stop the birth of the new race of lizard creatures. And I shall be the master of an entire planet. Now follow me while I go prepare the serum. Our supreme moment is near at hand.
Good. I'm still in time. He hasn't started his deadly chain reaction yet.
I need my what if Doc Connors had succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
We
real.
have Arnold Schwarzenegger with Doc Connors.
Well, we have that going on right now.
But unexpectedly, the ancient time-worn mortar crumbles beneath Spider-Man's weight, and
I'm falling! Oh
You still live.
I can imagine the headlines now. Spider-Man destroys ancient structure.
The Spanish are outraged.
no! Well, this solves my first problem. The problem of when to attack. Looks like it's now or never.
Get in, my pets. Spider-Man must never leave here alive.
You've had all the innings so far, fella. Now it's time for Spider-Man to show you what he can do. Jumping on endangered species' backs. First, I'll get up to the top turret where the alligators can't reach me.
Ha! He forgets there are 3,000 different kinds of lizards on Earth, and I am a part of all of them. He has never seen a gecko lizard slither up a wall.
He beat me to the top. Now I'm trapped between the lizard and the gators below. They're battering the wall to make it crumble. I can't stay up here much longer. When you talk about powers, pal, don't forget that spiders have a few themselves, such as the power of swinging on their webs. Whee!
Bah! That is nothing. You are only postponing the eventual outcome. Sooner or later, I will destroy you.
I ought to have a record made of that line. I hear it all the time.
Don't you realize yet that the web isn't strong enough to hold me?
Well, you can't blame a guy for trying. I've got to keep him on the move. Till he forgets to grab his serum and toss it into the swamp. For if it should spill into the swamp, we humans will never be able to stop the new race of lizard creatures that will emerge. You may be stronger than me, Liz, but I still say you're too slow to keep up with me. Yoink. Now all I have to do is flip back and bolt the door behind me. The Gators? How'd they get in here so fast?
They're a great football team.
Good thing the door bolts from both sides.
Now it's just you and me, Spider-Man. No way for you to escape me. Wherever you go, I can follow. Get back here, Spider-Man. I'll tear you limb for limb.
Can't go any higher. He's right under me. Don't dare let him grab me with those powerful arms.
Now.
Nice try, but you've got to be faster than that to snag a spider. Thud.
As Spider-Man plunges toward the floor below, grasping his life-saving strand of web in one hand, he lunges out skillfully and...
What?
Gotcha!
Then, in midair, the amazing costume crusader summons all his speed, his unerring skill, his lightning-fast reflexes, and whisks a small vial from his belt.
Thanks for joining me, Lizard. It gets lonesome tumbling down alone. If I miss now, there may not be a second chance for me. Hold it! This'll only take a second. Drink your medicine, dang it!
I don't want Rufy.
I did it! Now if only... Oof!
Your time is running out, Spider-Man. I want to finish you off.
Why doesn't the serum work? What did I do wrong? What? His tail! It's like a runaway sledgehammer.
I warned you that you are no match for me, and now we will end this forever. As soon as I dispose of you, I will spill my serum into the swamp, and the world will be mine.
I got to stop him. I can't give up.
Drink my serum.
Can't let him spill his serum into the
I'll spill it everywhere.
Otherwise, we'll have to drain the swamp.
But suddenly...
My head! My brain! What is happening to me? Oh.
His hands, they're losing their scaly quality. It's the serum. It's working. I haven't failed. I'm not a loser.
And then, before the startled eyes of Spider-Man, in the ancient, crumbling, half-hidden fortress, a fantastic change takes place.
I'm human again. The nightmare has ended. At last, it's over.
You have only one arm again. Every last vestige of your lizard identity has vanished.
I'll never two-fist myself again.
Without the lizard controlling those alligators, it's a simple matter for Spider-Man to keep them at bay. And now, I'll take you home, Dr. Connors.
A short time later, my darling, if not for Spider-Man, I might never have held you in my arms again. But
Oh.
I'm sorry, wrong. Oh god, sorry.
Oh, Curtis, I believe you're really bad.
Sorry,
His wife's name is Curtis too. What?
My darling, if it ain't for Spider-Man, I never would have held you in my arms again.
Arm.
Curtis, I can't believe you're really back.
Got one arm, Curtis. One arm. You still can't hold her in your arms.
You don't realize I got a bigger arm down south.
Oh, boo.
Oh,
We don't need to know this.
I tampered with forces of nature, which I must not have tampered with. When I think about what might have happened,
Hush, my darling. It's all over now. You must try to forget it.
I'll never forget that great white shark. I'll burn my notes. No one else must ever repeat my experiments.
Except
But
you.
now, what price must I pay for what I've done? For the terrible ever I have wrought.
You've broken no law. You're lucky you were stopped before you could do any harm. I suggest we just keep this whole affair a secret among the three of us.
Bless you, Spider-Man.
We'll never forget you, but I will have to kill you.
The next day,
Still no sign of your photographer, Mr. Jameson? Want us to send out an all-state alarm?
All I know is I'm paid a fortune in hotel bills and not getting what I came for.
Say, isn't that Peter Parker? Fits the description you gave us.
I think it's.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Jameson. I've been looking for you.
You've been looking for me? Why, you brainless incompetent!
So rude. Hold it. Don't say anything you'll regret. Just look at these pics of the lizard. Think how great they'll look in your paper.
Lizard! How did you ever get these pictures?
I bought them from an old Indian guy I met at the edge of the Everglades.
Well, you wasted your money. Can't you even tell a fake photo when you seen one?
Wait! Stop! Don't tear them!
You fool! There is no lizard. This whole thing must have been some sort of publicity stunt. But where is Spider-Man? Why didn't you get pictures of him? You and your big talk, you promised me sensational photos, and all you bring me is a batch of worthless fakes. You've wasted enough of my time. Get packed. We're returning to New York.
But... Okay, I'll pack. What about the money you promised me, Mr. Jameson?
For what? The way I figure it, you owe me for your plane fare down here and half of that hotel bill. It was crazy.
finally, a weary Peter Parker reaches his home.
Gee, it's good to be back, Aunt May.
Now, don't get too comfortable, Peter. I have a lot of chores for you to do after your nice rest in Florida.
Rest? But, okay, Aunt May. But let me just call Betty first and see if she'll date me tomorrow. Oh, I forgot. She's working late for Mr. Jameson. Well, then I'll try Liz Allen. Hi, Liz. This is Peter. Hey, how about tomorrow night?
Peter Parker, I'll tell you what I told Flash Thompson. I'll thank you not to call me and tie up my phone. I'm waiting a call from Spider-Man. After him rescuing me the other day and calling me Blue Eyes, I'm sure he'll call. And I don't want the line to be busy with my Dream Man phones.
Oh,
Slam.
no. She thinks Spider-Man has a crush on her, so she won't waste time dating plain, ordinary Peter from Dullville. Only a guy with my nutty luck could end up being his own competition.
And at the office of J. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man is also very much a topic of conversation.
You mean You mean he sent it through the mail, Miss Brandt?
Yes, sir. After all, I guess Spider-Man can mail a letter like anyone else. It says, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm still at large, so phooey to you.
Well, don't just stand there! Tear it up! Burn it! Oh, I'll get that masked menace if it's the last thing I do! Spider-Man!
Editor's note, big news. Next issue will feature the sensational return of one of the greatest villains of all, the astounding Vulture. Reserve your copy at your dealers now. See you soon. The end.
Hey, I gotta go see my dealer in the alley.
Yeah, I gotta go meet my dealer. Taking some dollars out to see him.
That was a good story. That was a lot more J. Jonah Jameson than I'm used to.
It's the long comic book.
I know. This is only 20-something pages, right?
2021,
Yeah.
yeah.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of panels.
Yep, but it was a good story.
Oh, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Very well paced.
And that about does it for us here at the comic or classic puppet theater. Let me go ahead and get this this ticker up before Froggy starts killing me.
He gets to read it now.
He does. Go ahead, Froggy.
What?
Oh, aren't you going to read it aloud to us?
Oh, I'm supposed to? He didn't want me to read it.
Okay. Then I
If
will.
you have a time and dime to spare, help this Froggy make some money.
I thought you were going for a rhyme.
That's not what it says.
Oh, look, here comes the end.
It's over.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, it's
Here it
back
is again.
again. Bye.
Oh, hey, come back around.
We also ask you to please subscribe, like, and comment. We want to hear what you thought of the performance or the book itself. Also, the likes help make YouTube recognize that we need more people seeing these videos. And, well, if you subscribe, it just means you're a part of this community, and it means a whole lot to a bunch of us. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Eat at Joe's.